Have you ever felt like the whole world is watching you? Every step you take, every decision you make, there's a voice in your head that says, what if they laugh at me? What if I fail? And because of that fear, millions of people never start, never try, never live. But today, I'm going to tell you a secret that can set you free. Have you ever felt like you are being watched? Not by a spy or a camera, but by the eyes of other people. Every time you want to try something new, you stop, you freeze. A voice in your head whispers, "What will they say? What if they laugh at me? What if I fail?" That fear is the heaviest thing in the world to carry. It stops you from living the life you want. Let me tell you a story about a guy named Leo. Leo was just like you and me. He was young, smart, and lived in the big city of Chicago. Leo had a great job as an architect. He designed buildings. But Leo had a huge problem. He cared too much. He worried about everything. If his boss looked at him the wrong way, Leo couldn't sleep that night. If he wore a new shirt and nobody complimented him, he felt small. He was living his life in a prison built by other people's opinions. Maybe you know exactly how Leo felt. Maybe you want to start a business or a YouTube channel or just change your style, but you are scared of the comments. You are scared of the judgment. Today, I'm going to share the story of how Leo found the secret to true freedom. It is an ancient lesson that will change how you see the world. Leo's nightmare began on a Tuesday morning. He had been working on a special project for months. It was a design for a new library. It was different. It was bold. Leo loved it. He poured his heart and soul into every line on that paper. He walked into the meeting room, his hands shaking just a little bit. He showed his design to the senior partners of the firm. He waited for them to clap. He waited for them to say, "Good job, Leo." But the room went quiet. Then his boss, a grumpy old man, laughed. It wasn't a nice laugh. It was a mean laugh. "This," the boss said, pointing at the drawing, "this is a joke, right? It looks weak. It will never work. Get this garbage out of here." The other people in the room chuckled. They didn't really think it was bad, but they were scared of the boss, so they laughed along with him. Leo felt his face get hot. He felt a lump in his throat. He didn't say a word. He just packed up his things and left the room. That evening, Leo went home and sat in the dark. He felt like a total failure. He told himself, "They are right. I am not good enough. I should just quit." The pain of that criticism was so bad that Leo decided to give up on his dream. He needed to get away, so he packed a bag and drove north to visit his grandfather. Leo's grandfather lived in a small wooden cabin by a giant lake. It was quiet there. No city noise, no angry bosses, just the sound of the wind and the water. His grandfather was a man of few words. He was strong and calm, like a big tree that had survived many storms. On the first morning, they sat on the wooden dock, looking out at the foggy water. Leo finally let it all out. He told his grandfather everything. "They laughed at me, Grandpa. They said my work was garbage. They all think I'm stupid. I can't go back there." His grandfather listened. He didn't say, "Oh, poor you." He didn't say, "They are mean." Instead,
He pointed to a small rowboat tied to the dock. "Leo," the old man said softly, "I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes." Leo closed his eyes. "Imagine you are rowing a boat on this lake. It is a foggy morning. You can't see very far. You are enjoying the peace and quiet. Suddenly, out of the fog, you see another boat coming straight at you. It is moving fast. You scream, 'Hey, watch out! Move!' But the boat keeps coming. You get ready for the crash. You are angry. You think, 'Who is this idiot? Why aren't they looking?' Bam! The boat crashes into yours. Now you are furious. You stand up to yell at the person who hit you. You are ready to fight." The grandfather paused. "Now tell me, Leo, are you still angry?" Leo thought about it. "No, I guess not. If there's no one in the boat, I can't be mad at anyone. It was just an accident. It's just a drifting boat." The grandfather smiled. "Leo, nearly everyone who criticizes you is an empty boat." Leo stared at the water. He started to understand. His grandfather explained the secret. "When your boss yelled at you," the old man said, "it wasn't really about you. Maybe he had a fight with his wife that morning. Maybe he's afraid of new ideas because he's getting old. He's full of anger and fear, and he's just crashing into people like an empty boat." This is the lesson we all need to learn. When people judge you, insult you, or leave a hate comment on your video, remember this: it is rarely about you. It is about them. Happy, successful people don't go around destroying other people's dreams. Only people who are hurting inside do that. Their boat is drifting without a captain. They are pushed by the winds of their own jealousy, their own pain, and their own bad days. If you get angry at them, you are acting like there is a captain in that boat. You are taking it personally. But if you see them as an empty boat, you don't get angry. You just steer around them and keep going. Leo realized he had given his power away. He let an empty boat ruin his life. Leo returned to Chicago, but he was different now. He went back to the office. He worked on his design again. He made it even better. A few weeks later, he had to present it again. The same grumpy boss was there. The boss looked at the drawing and sneered. "I thought I told you this was risky." In the past, Leo would have panicked, but this time, Leo looked at his boss and didn't see a monster. He just saw an empty boat, drifting and crashing. Leo smiled calmly. "It is risky," Leo said with a strong voice, "but that is why it will make this company famous." The room went silent. The boss looked surprised by Leo's confidence. Because Leo didn't react with fear, the boss had no power over him. Eventually, the boss nodded. "Fine, let's try it." Leo won, not because the boss changed, but because Leo stopped caring about the noise. So here is the truth for you. You cannot control what other people say. You cannot control the trolls, the haters, or the critics. They will always be there, drifting on the lake. But you can control your own boat. Next time someone says something mean to you, don't let it sink your ship. Don't get angry. Just take a deep breath, realize they are fighting their own battles, and whisper to yourself, "It's just an empty boat," and then keep rowing towards your dream. If this story helped you, please like the video. It helps our boat reach more people. And subscribe for more stories like this. Thanks for watching.